You've been looking for a cheap drone, but hey, race the truth, most of them are plastic junk. I tested drones under some couldn't even hover. Others they crashed before takeoff, but only five actually shocked me. And number 3, it has no business being this good at this price. Stay till the end because the budget drone will make you question why anyone spends. Let's fly. Starting at number 1. DJI Neo. Until recently, the best follow-me drone was the HoverAir X1, and that was that, but it seems to have, let's say, inspired DJI to create the Neo. The thing is, DJI didn't stop at the AI tracking camera, they went further, adding a lot of the technologies they, as the consumer drone market leaders for more or less a decade, had already mastered. So not only is the Neo cheaper, it is in many ways better, for example boasting a 4K camera built in, as well as a better battery life. Since the launch, DJI have rapidly added features too, like vertical format video recording, TikTok friendly, in other words, and kept improving the tracking AI. More importantly, it has DJI's radio system, so you can expand it into a learning station for the much in-demand Hollywood skill of drone filmmaking, not just traditional, with a standard stick-style controller, but DJI's wand-like FPV controller and goggles. Number 2. Holystone HS210. The Holystone 210, similar to the Potensic A20, but more available, is our pick of the best drones for kids. I can say that very confidently, having tested it with my 8-year-old, until he pretty much took over the test. It is compact and robust and available in some color options. Thanks to the inbuilt pressure sensor, it is capable of hovering without the operator's help. That said, as is typical with this class of drone, it'll still drift a little without constant attention. There is a pilot-friendly headless mode available, which some beginners prefer, but we think you're better off with the standard controls. In either case, the drone can be moved around a room using a single control stick, which is easier than most video games. If you do crash, there are good solid prop guards and the drone is too light to cause any serious harm. What I like about it, though, is that the basic control layout is the same as more serious drones, even though the controller is friendlier with more game-like sticks, meaning it's a great way to pick up the basics with very little risk. Drone exams expect operators to be able to fly by watching the drone, so learning this way, not through a screen, is actually very wise and fun. Number 3. Potensic Atom SE. I tested this and I can tell you it's a really great drone that can genuinely compete with the biggest brand in the business. There's one big trade-off: the camera does not have a gimbal to stabilize it, although for a bit more its sibling, the Potensic Atom without the SE does. Now, to be fair, a lot of the cheap drones you'll see employ the same approach, simply dampening the drone's vibrations as best they can with the drone design. With the Atom SE, Potensic have gone one further and used electronic image stabilization to further improve the picture, so, compared to many modestly priced drones, this is still a winner, but against DJI's offerings, and its own pricier sister, it isn't quite a video master. I'd say, though, that for a lot of people, it makes a lot of sense. There's fun to be had, and you can absolutely get some shareable content. The controller and software are good quality, too, they don't feel cheap at all. Number 4. BETAFPV Cetus Lite FPV Drone Kit. The Cetus line of FPV drone bundles offers a relatively user-friendly way into the unique experience of flying a drone as if you were inside it. Gaining your FPV chops is aspirational amongst kids of all ages. There are plenty of experienced drone users who still long to try this more fun, immersive means of flying. I, myself, was much more adept with normal drones before hesitantly trying FPV. The design of the Cetus is all about minimizing risk and cost. The Whoop-style airframe completely encases the propellers in a single plastic mold which also houses and shields the camera. This is a smart move because when you crash, and you will, a lot, it absorbs and dampens the impact. Oh, and it's not just me saying you'll crash, though I did a fair bit. Any FPV pilot will tell you it's about taking risks and having fun. A sensor allows stable hovering at a set distance from the floor, making this an ideal indoor toy, while the VTX, video transmitter, includes basic on-screen display data for the pilot. Enthusiasts can also use the controller with FPV simulators while the batteries charge, and a charge tester is in the bundle. Number 5. HoverAir X1. It has to be acknowledged that the word cheap is a relative term. For a long time, the AI required to follow an individual person came with drones with prices a long way over $1,000, so, with that in mind, this is something of a bargain. It's also a joy to use, with a totally different way of approaching the idea of using drones that is great to take on family trips and takes the learning and difficulty out of getting amazing shareable clips. The sensibly safe design came as a bit of a surprise to me. The AI tracks you with its camera and, once initially set up using a phone, you can use it without any other device, just a couple of button presses on the body and an outstretched hand. I found the speaker and voice very reassuring too, rather than annoying as it can be with a lot of tech. I decided it was best to think of the HoverAir X1 as an angel on your shoulder, and it can keep up with cyclists and runners while the blades are always safely in the folding cage design. Brilliant and different. So those are the 5 best budget drones you can buy right now, but hey race the thing, prices change fast. The links in the description are updated weekly. If you grab any of these, use my link, it helps keep these tests coming. And before you leave, tell me in the comments which drone surprised you the most. Like, share and subscribe so you don't miss our next hidden gem. One last thing, the next video? We're testing drones that spy on you. Seriously. See you there.